They have that aura of success, or that energy that's around people of success. But anyway, super excited. We are going to be streaming as soon as start streaming. Here, okay, all right. And now we go to the other window, start recording.
Okay.
Um, okay, on top. All right. Oh, okay, perfect. We are super excited. Let's start it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We are Gary and Freda Timmons, and we're coming to you from Central Florida, which is a little bit windy today. So we're going to have a little fun today. This morning, we are going to be working together here as we normally do. And I will tell you guys this, working together as a couple takes a lot of strength because we have two different personalities. Gary is a nice, sweet, loving, kind, gentle. How many more words can I come up with? I don't know.
No, keep going. Keep going. Sounds good.
and I'm the one that runs 200 miles an hour and sometimes backwards. So if you can put that two together, then yes, as they said, we kind of make a really good power couple. We complement each other. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to share a screen here. And we are going to hopefully share our screen here. Hold on one second. Don't tell me I did that. Ta-da. Whoops. Blew my cover already. Come on. All right. Let's make this work here. All right. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to use each other to show you how we do the business, how we connect with people, how we invite people. So go ahead.
Yes. First, we got to build a relationship with that person. So you may be somebody you meet on the street, could be a server, could be a family member, whatever, but you got to build a relationship with that person.
So, and you really need to get to know them. And how do you get to know them? One of the things that we like to do is, hold on, guys, my computer's going crazy here on me. We like to personalize it. So the way we do that is, like, for example, if we know them already, it's simple, it's easy. If they're a business person, we just reach out to them and say, you know, we are building a super huge business and we would love to share it with you. And most of the time they will say to us, what is it? And our answer will be, let me do this. If you don't mind, I'm going to get your name and number. This is a number that I have for you. Is it still correct? Is it okay if I send you a link? And usually they say yes. Or we set a time to do a one-on-one with them. We just keep it simple. And most of the time when you're creating curiosity with someone, you're better off not to say a lot about it at all. I like to keep it to the point of we're expanding and we'd like to share it with you. We'd like to get your opinion on it. So that's kind of how we start out. But one of the things that we really have to do is speak with impact.
Yeah, you have to be the energy of the conversation. You need to be excited about what you're talking about. You need to be confident of what you're speaking about. And to get that, you have to have the right frame of mind to do that. So you need to do some preparation for that. Maybe you get outside, you take a walk, you get grounded, take your shoes off, whatever you need to do in the yard, and get prepared for that. And for some people, music works. Just play a good upbeat music, get you in the mood. And actually, I do this a lot. I walk around the house and talking on the phone. So stand up when you're calling. So those certain things certainly help.
Also, he walks around the house and talks to himself.
Yeah, so. I do that too sometimes.
So that works. I do the same thing, guys. It's called self-motivation. It's getting yourself pumped up, knowing what you're going to say, knowing exactly how you're going to do it, and present it with energy. So when you build the relationship with someone, you really want to get to know them. You know, before inviting them, learn something about them. What are their goals? What are their interests? What are their needs? I can tell you that most of the time when I'm talking with someone or Gary's talking with someone, that's one of the first things that we ask them. If you were looking for something else to do in your life, what would it be?
And another point of that too, when you're going down that road, you're building trust with that person. If that person trusts you, they're going to follow you, and that's key to build that.
And we also talk a lot about their health and their fitness because of our professions in the past, because we want to know exactly what it is that they feel they need to be more proactive with. And then we just engage with them regularly. I mean, we comment on their social media posts, we share content with them. I will tell you that we don't share a lot directly about the product if we have not shown them the opportunity yet, because we focus basically on the opportunity itself. And you know, sometimes we'll meet them for coffee, and not even in a downtown coffee shop or something if we don't know them, and we won't even bring the business up. You know, we don't pounce on them right in the beginning. We just don't do that. Or we'll invite them out to go for a walk, or we'll go play tennis, or play actually pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yeah, with them. So that's how we get to know and how we build the relationship.
Yeah, you need to, when you're talking to someone, you need to personalize it. You might want to lead with a compliment, highlight why you think you'd enjoy or benefit from being a part of our business and part of the products. And I know, Freda, you have a great way of doing that. So maybe you want to share some.
What I usually do when I meet someone, like for example, I'll just use this one. Yesterday, we spent the day in Disney World, and I saw a T-shirt on a person, and I said, I don't even know who this person was at the time, and I said, I love that T-shirt. I love the saying on your T-shirt. And that's how I got the name and number. I just kept talking with them and building relationships. She told me where she bought the T-shirt and blah, 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 blah. So another way is to compliment someone. I mean, it's so easy to say, oh my gosh, who's on here? Let me just say, Melissa, I love your hair. Where do you get your hair done? It's so easy to compliment somebody. Just, for example, if it's somebody you haven't seen for a long time, just say, oh my goodness, Doris, you look amazing. What have you been doing? It's a compliment. And really mean that when you say it. And another one that we use that's a little more professional is, I've always admired how health conscious you are. So I thought of you when I was having this event. And then I say things like, you see what we have here, for example, I thought of you because I know you're always looking for natural ways to boost your energy. And we're having a great casual event, and I think it would be perfect for you. And then I give them the location, the date, and the time. Or I thought of you because you're always looking for new opportunities. And we use that one a lot with business people.
I use that a lot in the past of the business that I was in. Past businesses, people that I've had acquaintances with, I use that a lot and talk to those people.
Another thing is to create what we call FOMO, the fear of missing out, because everybody wants to be a part of something. And honestly, most people want what they can't have. So a good way to do that is just to share little teasers about your product or about the opportunity, or use someone's real quick story and say something like, oh my goodness, you should meet this lady, Tracy, that's in our business with us. Her results have been amazing. And just leave it at that. You know, mention limited spots available, or you have special offers, or different perks for people to attend events. Give away door prizes, give away a product, whatever. Yeah. And then always make sure that you kind of take it away a little bit, because like I said, people always want what they can't have. So maybe this isn't for you, but I thought of you because, and it may or may not be for you. So think about that as well.
Keep it simple. So for a business event, and you'd want to, you know, hey, John, I'm expanding my business online and immediately thought of you. Would you be open to learning more about and seeing more about and see if it aligns with what you're looking for? And no, Freda, if you want to chime in on that, you have you do well with this one as well, as far as working.
Yes, for I judge the event, and let me say this: I try to choose the person for two different events. A business event is when I would use the first comment you see here. For a more casual, laid back person that's really maybe not a business person, I'll just say, hey, I'm posting a fun wellness event this Thursday, and we'll be chatting about some proactive wellness. And I know how finicky you are about your health, and it's a casual event. Just come in your jeans and come join us, and then give them the time and the location. If somebody is not interested, thank them. Don't push them. Keep the relationship warm. They may reconsider the future, and I will tell you, they absolutely will consider the future. We today have people coming back to us that we've talked to a year ago. And times change, people change, circumstances change, situations change. But because you kept doing what you set out to do, you're the precedent that's setting the winning stage for them. So, you know, something like, take a screenshot of this, no worries at all. I'm here if you ever want to know more. And I'll keep you in the loop about some fun events. And another thing, and I use this all the time, and I do it. If someone tells me no, I literally have a system set up where I send them updates all the time. Would it be okay if I share new and exciting updates with you?
You'll find these people you talk to, if they say no, and if they know you any at all, it's not just someone you totally don't know, they're going to follow you as well. And when they see you making progress, they're going to come back and revisit that with you most of the time.
So follow up. Boy, this is the key to success right here. You have to send a reminder message the day before the event, and we always send one about an hour before the event. All of you know that when you set up and how to work your invites, that if you have invited 10 people for an event, say tomorrow, today, which I've already done this morning, because we do have an event tomorrow, I've already sent out the notices for all the people that I've invited for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, about an hour before the event, I will resend it again with another little clip. Another thing with the follow-up then is making sure that after the Zoom event or after however, if they're doing it on a one-on-one, whatever, when you go to follow up with them, what did you like? What intrigued you the most? I never just ask a question that they can just immediately say yes or no to, because most importantly, you've got to continue calling them, never stop. And if you don't feel comfortable calling them, just use your app. Keep sending stuff from your app constantly.
The call to action, your calendar to connect 30 minutes a day. You need to add 3 new names to your list each day, call 3 people each day, and share the opportunity 3 times per day. Those are action, things of action, and that's how you grow your business and move it forward. And you need to commit to it. And it's a daily DMO, daily method of operation. That's just operating any other business. All the conventional business operate the same way. They have a regimen that you follow day after day after day. And this business is no different in that respect. So you set those goals, what works for you. Maybe you want to call 5. Maybe you want to make 5 contacts. Depends on how fast you want to grow.
I want to try something here for you today. I want each of you to try to do this today, okay? I want you to set aside 30 minutes somewhere during your day. And the 3 new names that you've had added to your list, let's just say yesterday. Time yourself and see how long it takes you to call those 3 people. I guarantee you can call those 3 people within 30 minutes or less. So that is a call to action for today. But the most powerful way and easy way to build your business is this last slide right here. Take a look at that picture. Who would not want to talk to that person? Who would not want to be around someone like that? So how do we make contacts? Somebody said to me one time, do you ever stop smiling? Well, quite honestly, no, because I made this kind of like a game when I was starting my very first businesses. I was shy in a way. Maybe not shy, but maybe not real good at talking with people. So I would just smile at them. But guess what? When I smiled at them, they smiled back, and then a conversation could start. So the most important thing, I believe, to be successful is to have a bright, engaging smile that inspires confidence, because people will want to do business with people that are confident. It causes other people to see you as being approachable and more attractive, and people will naturally be drawn to you. Gary says to me all the time, do you have "talk to me" written across your forehead? Because every time we go somewhere, people stop and talk to you forever and we never get to where we're going on time. Well, that's okay, because guess what?
It works.
It works. And you make other people feel better in your interaction with them. And in turn, their attraction to you allows you to feel more valuable and accepted yourself. So in addition to a smile, releasing endorphins, and studies show that smiling can lower your blood pressure and lower your blood sugar and reduce your stress and boost your immune system and release natural painkillers and serotonin. Guys, it's the easiest and most simple way to make a new friend. How many people have you ever held the door for and you just smiled at them and they said, thank you? And as they walked through that door, what did you say? Wow, I love that shirt you have on. Where did you get that? You just started a conversation. Or, hey, I love that hat. What does it say? There's so many one-liners that you can use. So, guys, we're going to stop sharing and we're going to ask you a question. Okay. Who on here? How much time do we have? Where are we?
Yeah.
We good?
12 minutes.
Who on here has had somebody on their list that they really wanted to invite and they just don't know what to say to them? Somebody? Anybody? Okay. Let's do this.
Bill Edgar raised his hand, and also BJ. Mm-hmm.
Say that again.
Bill Edgar.
Bill Edgar, and then BJ.
Okay. So who is it? Tell me something about the person that you want to invite.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I have an old friend, lives in North Dakota, and I've introduced her to the products. We talked numerous times back and forth. Haven't been in touch with her probably now for about 3 months. But she's an old family friend. I say old as in time-wise. She's probably 20 years younger than me. But then I'm getting up there, so that could be anybody.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. Does she work or no?
She works. She's a teacher.
Awesome.
She is a teacher, and she is an awesome teacher. We've chatted back and forth about her kids and all that and things that they do. And
so let me say this. Let me help you with that. Okay. She's a teacher. That's perfect. Teachers love to help people. So what I would do for a teacher is I would say something like this. You know, we've been talking for quite a while now, and I would really appreciate you doing me a favor. Would you mind attending a Zoom on next Monday night at about 8 o'clock with me? And that's all I would do, because I would like for you to give me your opinion on it. Because you've already talked to her about product. You've already talked to her about everything else. So let's cut to the chase. Cutting to the chase is just simply saying, will you do me a favor? Will you jump on the Zoom and give me your opinion about this? And that's it. And leave it at that and send her the link.
she has seen a Zoom.
Okay.
She has seen.
So I would get her on a follow-up with your upline, with whoever is in your line. That's the next thing to do. Connect them on a 3-way call. And then, as I always say, and again, this is my red coming out, I always tell people, when you get on a call with your upline, kind of zip it yourself and let them do all the talking, because they're the pro. The minute you talk, you take away their authority and their success. So stay quiet and just introduce them and let George or Adrian or whoever is in your line take the reign and run with it. Okay, thank you. That's a great question too.
Thank you.
Let me see what's in the chat here. Anybody else? Whoops, wrong chat. Adrian, do you see any other questions? You want to read them to me?
Yeah, it's BJ had her hand raised.
Oh, not anymore. I don't.
Oh,
see.
it's gone.
Okay.
Oh,
Mei
Ling.
Ling.
Who is
sorry,
it?
I took it down because I thought it was in the way of your picture and I wanted to see your face.
That's okay. Who is it? Who is it you're trying to invite?
This is BJ. Yeah, I've got this friend. We worked together for 2.5 years in the aerospace industry. Total go-getter, and I just love him to death. I left there about 5 years ago, but I still have his number, and I keep thinking, no, no, I gotta wait till I'm better, and I gotta wait, and I gotta wait. Because I didn't, and it's so funny because, you know, we're totally friends, right? We just haven't talked to each other in several years, but he's such a go-getter. They would fly him all over the place to all these airlines, and we manufactured airline parts, and just crazy fun and high
So
energy. And
awesome.
I'm just like, if he rejected me, I would be crushed.
Okay, so let me say this. I will guarantee you that if he's a high energy person like that, if you don't get to him, someone else is going to. I'm telling you, it's happening more and more right now. 3 is on the go. It is growing, and people are hearing about it more and more. We've had it happen to us just in the last couple of weeks, and somebody else said, "Oh yes, guess what?" And they sent me their number, and I went, "Oh, wonderful, great. We're glad you're in. I'm sorry I missed you, but I'm telling you that's going to happen, guys." So what I would say, if you haven't talked to him in 2.5 years, I would do nothing more than call him up and say, "Hey, buddy, how are you? We haven't talked in 2.5 years. Let's catch up. What are you doing now?" And once you get that conversation going, just say, "Hey, look, I value your opinion. I've always looked up to you. I've always thought that you were such a high energetic, what you just said to me, a high energetic person. And I would love for you to do me a big favor and invite him to a op share." That's it. Simple, easy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? We have a couple minutes.
Yeah, we have Maylene. Okay.
Hi. Thank you, George. Hi, Freda. Gosh, I'm thinking of a couple of different situations, but I have a good friend who she just doesn't see. She thinks she doesn't really know anyone who would be open to the opportunity, and she has like lots of nieces and nephews and cousins, so she has a large extended family. She could really, if she understood how this really works, I think she would love the income because she could really use the income. And I'm just wondering what to say to her, because we had a conversation. She said, like, well, and she explained to me about how all of them, like, they're not into supplements. They're not into this. They're just not that kind of people. Like, that's what her thinking is. They're just not that kind of people. Maybe she thinks they just live in Podunk, USA. And so any thoughts?
My thoughts on that would be this. Anyone who tries to think for someone else is not thinking for themselves, quite honestly. And I don't say that to be mean or nasty. I say that because how do you really know what someone else is thinking? How do you really know what someone else's financial position is? How do you really know what their aches and pains are? How do you really know what's going on in their life without asking them? And so what I would say to your friend is, let's give them the opportunity to make their own decisions and make their own choices in life. What you and I feel and what you and I think may not be where they're coming from at all. Just be honest and speak from your heart. You know what you have. You know what you have your hands on. Does that help?
Absolutely. Thank you, Freda.
You are so welcome. Okay, guys. Anybody else? Anything? I'm not seeing the chat.
Actually, I would like to share something.
Go ahead.
My birthday was last Friday, and I had a big event at my house, a Rolling Stones event on Saturday. And one of my best friends, she was sick, really bad. And I drove to her house and gave her Immune and Revive. And I never thought she would take this step, but she was so desperate. She calls me the next morning because she couldn't make my party, but she told me that she could breathe again. And it was just like, products were amazing. So I gave her another batch of it before I leave for San Diego. And she calls me up again. She goes, "I don't know what that stuff is, Carolyn, but it works." And just, and I didn't expect any money from her. I was just giving it to her to try the product, and I think she's become a believer. And this is the first time in 55 years. And in high school friends, I never thought I would do this. And I have to buy the product for me because she knows it works. So just, sharing is, I'm sharing. I'm not going to make them pay for something until I know they like it. And so now she's a believer. And I got a text from her while I was in San Diego. That was actually surprising for me. So I just wanted to share that. I'm just share. And it's amazing what the stuff does for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is awesome. Also, I think the most important thing with people is that what you have, your story. And your story is what's going to help someone else. So guys, it's just a matter of sharing it. And this
Freda,
business.
We have one more question. It says, when people ask you, is this a pyramid or multi-level? What do you say?
I ask them what their definition of a pyramid is. And most of the time, they really can't tell you.
And if they want to do it, I use the traditional business as being a pyramid, the corporate world. I mean, to me, that's a pyramid.
I tell people this too. I've used this analogy myself. I'm going to say, well, let me tell you what my vision of a pyramid is, because I own my own companies. I was the president and CEO of my companies. And then there was me. And then I had a vice president. And then I had a first vice president. And then I had senior officers. And then I had different managers and different area representatives, all a part of my company. But guess what? If you really want to look at a pyramid, the corporate structure is a pyramid because there's one person at the top. In this business, it's not like that. I mean, for example, Caroline could grow bigger than Gary and I, or George and Adrian, and be much bigger than we are. So it's really flipped upside down, isn't it? You turn it upside down and you look at it that way. If you want to do it, draw them a pyramid and then flip it around and show them that this is what this business is. Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah, perfect. I want to mention something about that because when people, and the first thing that you said, when people say, well, there's a pyramid, I ask them, what is a pyramid? And they, like you say, they don't know what to say. And when they say something, say, oh, I'm glad we are not one of those. That's what you said. The other thing, when they say, oh, where people at the top make more money than the people at the bottom, I'm glad we are not that kind of people. And the example, and my example is in the company that we were before, we got to number 9 in income, and they were in between me and the person that sponsored me more than 1,000 people. Why they were not, I was not 1,001. It's an example. And then from me to the company, there were more than 35,000 people.
Yes.
So that destroyed that thing completely.
I have a comment. Another comment is I always just tell everybody, hey, do you buy it from Amazon? Do you buy it from Target? Do you buy it from this? It's affiliate marketing. Mm-hmm. And I said, you share a link with everybody. That's all you're doing here. You're just sharing, and you're making income. So I always tell people when they go share a link for me from Amazon, I tell them, go in there in Amazon, sign up as an affiliate marketer, and then share me the link. And then you're going to make some money. So that's what I tell people. So, the pyramid thing, I get that. And I've used that in the past. But I just say, do you buy from Target? Do you buy from Walmart? So there you go. It's the same thing. It's affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
That's a great comment.
Very quick, the pyramid objection in the 90s was way more common than today. Just to tell you, in the last 5 years, I had it very few times. And when I started in the 90s, it was almost every week that I was getting it. It's disappearing because I asked them, a pyramid is illegal? Yes. Oh, I'm glad there are companies that are using this system for 70 years and they're still around. If it was a pyramid.
Hello, can I share something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you can see me.
Hi, Dr. Green. Yes.
When that question comes up, I like to hold up my finger like that and form an A. And I say to them, this is JP Morgan Chase, and Jamie Dimon sits at the top. He's the CEO. And then under that, he's got one vice president over here and one vice president over here, and then more and more people all the way down until you get to the tellers on the bottom. That's corporate America. That's a pyramid. Now, what we've got is the opposite. And I turn my fingers over and I create the V. And I say, here I am, and here you are, and here are people that you're going to introduce this to. And my job at the bottom is to be the coach. And the way this works is, in this business, I don't make any money if you don't make any money. So my job is to help each and every one of the people in my organization to be successful. It's a true win-win. We're all on the same page.
Beautiful.
And that seems to be very effective.
Thank you.
I love that he said, and that seems to be very effective. Okay, guys?
I'm like, okay.
I love that. I love that. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to turn it back over to Gary and Freda for any closing remarks for today's incredible huddle.
Wow, thank you so much. It's just a matter of stepping outside of our comfort zones, guys. That's all it is. And when you do that, you learn. How many times, as a mother or a father, have you said to your children, did you brush your teeth? 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 I bet you said that more than once in your life. And I guarantee you that if you go out and you share this concept over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to be where the great leaders are, where Nilbert is, where Christine is, where Antoinette is, where these two beautiful faces you see on the screen now are, guys. The leadership that you have is incredible. So all we have to say is go do it.
Absolutely. And we appreciate George and Adrian for all that they do and the help that they give. We got great leaders and following them and enjoy following them. So, and the other thing, a quick little story that's really funny, and you become a part of contacting people when you're out in the cold and out in the thing. We were at a doctor's appointment about a week ago, just a regular checkup. We do that every 6 months. And Freda, when she jumped up on the scale, she was moving the scale along for that. And the nurse looked at her and says, "You want to work for me today?" And Freda says, "No, I don't work, but I make money." And the girl says, "Really?" And then she was taking her blood pressure. She says, "I've been thinking about working from home and doing e-commerce or something so I can make money." Hello. I mean, that just didn't have to say a thing. So things just happen when you just casual conversation. So
it doesn't have to be anything formal, guys. It can be just any action. Yeah. Capitalize on it. Help somebody. Reach out. Thanks, you guys, for letting us share.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Beautiful job today. We're so grateful for you guys. You're incredible leaders, and truly, truly, thank you for sharing all of the incredible details that you did as well. I mean, you guys really went above and beyond today. So thank you so much. All right, everyone, this will be recorded on the Legacy Makers Team YouTube channel. You can find it there, and we will see you on the next call. Oh,
tonight, remember.
Wellness Wednesday tonight. I'll be hosting tonight, and then tomorrow we have another beautiful morning.
And 6 o'clock Spanish call.
Yes, 6 o'clock Spanish call. So follow the team calendar.
Okay.